helping a child does not only mean improving that child's life, but it also means improving the community's life, because the child one day may contribute to the community with his work.
That is the belief of Angelo Caccavale, an Italian IT developer who voluntarily moved to Vietnam to help people in need. Angelo's volunteer journey in Vietnam started when he saw this picture of a Vietnamese boy who was born without fingers. He was so determined to help the child that he decided to travel from Europe to Vietnam to find the boy's family and offer to fund several surgeries. During that trip, Angelo felt in his heart that his mission would be to support people living in difficulties in Vietnam. And so, since he started in 2013, Angelo and his organization My Vision have raised nearly 4 billion Vietnamese dong, built 23 new houses, provided milk and clothes to over 150 children, offered scholarships for 30 students of all ages. So why is an Italian man so devoted to fighting poverty and helping the vulnerable in Vietnam?
Finding the meaning of life in Vietnam and treating Vietnam as a second home had never been in the plan of Angelo Caccavale, an Italian information technology engineer, until he found himself in Vietnam doing the volunteer work to help people and children in need here. After his first trip to Vietnam in 2012, he is now always proud to share his feelings and attachment to this place. What helps motivate Angelo in dedicating his time and energy to do his volunteer work here in Vietnam? And how is his journey with his My Vision organization in helping people in need in Vietnam? Angelo is here in this edition of Talk Vietnam today to help us find out the answer. Hi, Angelo.
Hello, Lina.
Welcome to Talk Vietnam.
Thank you very much.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good. Yeah, we're so happy to have you here in our studio today. How many years have you been in Vietnam?
Now it's 3 years I moved to Vietnam, but I was coming to Vietnam twice a year since 2013.
What helped bring you to Vietnam?
In 2012, I was living in Belgium at that time, and I started working for a company over there. And my manager at that time was a Vietnamese living abroad. This guy, we are now close friends. He was helping a few children in the south of Vietnam. And one day he showed me the picture of a child. At the time he was a 1-year-old child. His fingers, they were attached to the palms of the hand. He could not use it. He needed surgeries. And so since I saw that picture, I felt something in my heart which pushed me to decide to help this child. And so at the beginning of 2013, I decided to come to Vietnam, to know the country, and also to visit the child and his family.
And the child name is
Cường.
Cường. And when you got to visit his family, how was he?
Well, at the time he had already got 2 surgeries, so he was really not able to use his fingers. They were living in Dong Nai province, in the countryside. His family being very, very poor. Living in a 1-room house, very, very poor, with no toilets, you know, with no tap water. I was touched by their life conditions, and then I decided to continue helping this family to build a new house for them. Because in my mind, I could not really stand a child and his older sister, 6 years old, living in such a house. So I continued to fund 2 more surgeries. Now, luckily, the child, he can use his fingers as all other children. Their life conditions, in the meantime, improved a lot. So now I'm very, very happy for them.
So when you first met him, Cường, how did he react? How did he greet you?
Like many Vietnamese children, especially the youngest one, he was very, very, very shy. But then, since I kept coming to Vietnam, I was always going to visit this family, and then the child, he recognized me, so he was not shy anymore. He was playing with me, and we were enjoying the time together.
From his initial engagement in helping a boy named Cuong, Angelo has expanded his activities to help raise scholarships and funds for poor students and build houses for those in need. Now let's take a look at the following to see how he's doing in those activities.
In late 2014, Angelo officially founded the non-profit organization My Vision in Belgium. Its purpose is to fight against extreme poverty and suffering in rural areas of Vietnam based on the principles of urgency, commitment, and compassion. In 2017, the Vietnamese Ministry of Foreign Affairs granted My Vision the Certificate of Operation, allowing it to officially operate in the country. Currently, My Vision's main activities are carried out in Da Nang.
My Vision hiện nay là hỗ trợ 4 cái nội dung lớn. Cái thứ nhất là xây dựng mới nhà cho hộ nghèo. Cái thứ hai là hỗ trợ những cái em mà có hoàn cảnh đặc biệt khó khăn, ốm đau thường xuyên. Cái thứ ba là hỗ trợ học bổng cho các em học sinh và sinh viên. Và cái thứ tư là cái chương trình dạy tiếng Anh miễn phí.
Angelo always has special affection for children. That is why he has maintained 2 English classes since he started My Vision's operation in Hoa Bắc Commune, the remotest area of Da Nang City in 2017. To interest students, Angelo and his volunteers always try to make their lessons a place for children to have fun through singing songs, telling jokes, and playing games.
Cái học tiếng Anh ở đây em thấy như thế nào?
Lớp học ở đây vui.
Có theo cái lớp này không?
Dạ em thích.
Học ở đây thì em thấy mình có giỏi lên không?
Dạ có.
The mountainous commune of Hoa Bắc is quite poor. Local students have few chances to learn English. Therefore, Angelo and his volunteers had to teach them almost from scratch when they started.
Hồi xưa đây thì tụi như tụi tôi ít không có điều kiện học hành, như bây giờ thấy như này là các cháu được đi học, thầy mừng quá, phải đưa các cháu đi học để biết sau này mới làm được.
Mới đầu học thì cũng rất ít các em tham gia, nhưng dần dần có cái sự lan tỏa. Các em về truyền tay thông tin nhau, rồi phụ huynh cũng nghe được là cái cách dạy mới của các cô tổ chức My Vision, nên là càng ngày là cái số lượng nó càng đông lên. Nên là sắp đến là sẽ mở rộng thêm 2 lớp nữa.
The English classes in Hoa Bắc not only bring fun to the students, but also spread Angelo's love for children among the teachers.
Những ngày đầu mà khi mà mới lên dạy thì mình thấy mấy em ở đây là rất là thích học, nhưng mà thấy rất là thương, tại vì mấy em không có cái điều kiện tốt như các bạn ở thành phố, thì thấy là rất là thiệt thòi. Là mình cũng tìm tòi để mình làm sao mà mỗi cái giờ học mấy em vừa có niềm vui mà vừa có thêm kiến thức.
Mình nhớ nhất là lúc Tết lên đây thì các bạn, dù là thời gian mà sắp nghỉ Tết, tuy nhiên thì các bạn nhỏ vẫn tham gia lớp học rất là đầy đủ, và các bạn cũng rất là, mỗi lần mình lên đây thì các bạn chạy ra, các bạn welcome các thầy cô giáo thì mình rất là vui. Và thậm chí là Tết trời nó cũng se lạnh rồi, các bạn đi học thì cũng gọi là không có áo khoác các thứ, nhưng mà các bạn vẫn tham gia rất là đầy đủ, và mình thật sự rất là cảm động về những cái lúc đó.
At the end of this year, we are starting a new project. As I said, Hoa Bắc is a bunch of villages, and one of these villages is a village of a ethnic minority called Ketu. Is one of the Vietnamese ethnic minorities, and we are going to teach English to both the children and the adults to help these people to develop a sort of local tourism, so they can self-sustain and they can have a better life.
Angelo, tell us more about your experience of teaching English in Vietnam.
Amazing, because we teach them from the basics. And actually, I'm so proud of that, because in last year we saw such an improvement in the way they speak English. And those children, they remember many words. They can speak. They can have a simple dialogue in English. I'm so proud of that, because when you see all those young children learning new things and doing it with passion, with a willingness to do it. It makes me very happy.
How did the children react when they saw you teaching English?
Actually, I have to say, they love very much the other teachers. They're all female. Usually when I go there, I make them laugh. Now with the children, I become a child. My way is a bit different. Usually when I teach, I'm really more like making jokes, making them laugh. There is really an empathy between me and the children. And whenever I cannot go, back Angelo, no? Where is back Angelo?
So it's always great to see them.
Oh yes. But in fact, even one Saturday, I'm not teaching because there are teachers. I still go there to greet the children, to stay with them, and yes.
Can you share a little bit about My Vision, and why did you decide to establish that organization?
So initially, I was not thinking of opening an organization. Initially, I just wanted to help, with my own funds. But then, after a few times, I'd been to Vietnam already, and I was meeting more and more families in need of help. Then I realized, I cannot do that by myself. I have a good salary, but with my salary, I can help maybe 6, 7, 10 families, but not more than that. And so how it came that in 2014 in Belgium, with some friends of mine, I founded the organization My Vision.
The name is very interesting, My Vision.
Yes, actually, since the beginning, I wanted a Vietnamese word and an English word in the name. Then in my mind, I was always thinking about, the future, building a better future. So what the vision of my organization has to be. And so I thought of Mai, the Vietnamese words for Ngày Mai, so tomorrow, and then vision. So the name means the vision of the future, building a better future. So the way our organization sees the future, especially for the people we help.
When born in 2005, Phạm Thị Mairi was abandoned by her parents. Being born prematurely, she has unfortunately suffered from asthma all her life. Mairi is now living with her aunt, who is a person with disabilities. Their main income comes from the aunt's needlework, which is seasonal and earns just enough for their basic needs. As part of its activities in Hòa Bắc Commune, My Vision gives Mairi a monthly scholarship of 500,000 Vietnamese đồng until she graduates from high school.
Đỡ lắm chứ, ấy là ví dụ như hắn học ở quê mình là học một tháng là một môn là 200.000, thì hắn học 3 môn như đó là 600.000, nhưng có cái khoản tiền thì mình về mình chỉ lo được phần ăn phần học, đi học ăn sáng ăn đồ thôi, còn tiền học thì mình phải tồn mình kiếm thêm nữa là đủ.
My Vision's scholarship is quite helpful, given that both Mairi and her aunt have health problems and difficulties working. Being able to finish high school means Mairi will have a better chance at attending university, thus finding a decent job that suits her health. Angelo believes education is the gateway for poor youngsters to escape poverty and create a better community, so he never misses a chance to support their studies. In Hòa Bắc Commune, My Vision is giving monthly allowances to 20 primary and secondary students. Also, 8 college students, 5 of whom have graduated and started working, have received My Vision scholarships.
Mẹ em thì hay đau ốm, hai chị em thì vẫn còn đang đi học. Có mỗi mình bố là có thể kiếm được tiền, nhưng mà không đủ để trang trải cho hai chị em ăn học. Từ năm đầu vào trường cao đẳng, và mỗi 3 tháng thì mình được nhận là 4,2 triệu để mình có thể trang trải được học phí trong học kỳ.
Chúng tôi là các cái đặt hàng đối với các em sinh viên mà được sự hỗ trợ Malaysian thì mỗi em sẽ viết giúp cho Sở Học Bắc một cái đề tài để phát triển Sở Học Bắc trong cái giai đoạn sắp đến năm 2020 đến 2030. Trên cái cơ sở là cái chuyên môn của em đó học. Thì hiện nay là các em cũng đang làm, sắp tới thì chúng tôi sẽ đưa vào bình xét các cái đề tài của các em để chuẩn bị cho cái chương trình phát triển kinh tế 5 năm đấy.
Helping locals build new houses is also part of My Vision's scheme in Hua Bắc Commune. This is Tao's family's house. It was temporarily built with old metal sheets and has no toilet. Tao's husband and son are suffering from lung diseases, while the family has no stable job. Building a new house has been their dream for the last 10 years.
Mưa gió tới cống dột, ngủ không có chỗ ngủ. Em lo trong kiếm tiền, có tiền xài cái nhà nhỏ không được, em cần lắm.
In 2020, My Vision will help Tao's family build their new home, and that will be the third house partly funded by the organization in Hua Bắc. The second one is now under construction. And this is the first house, completed in late 2018. It belongs to Nhung's family and cost 280 million Vietnamese dong, of which 60 million came from My Vision.
Hồi đó là bằng nhỏ, bằng lùi bằng gỗ, chứ không phải là như xa đời như đây. Thì cũng thấy cũng khổ đủ thứ, nhưng mà cũng nghĩ thôi cho phỏ lát để qua, mà từ hầu mà có cái nhòa sai như rồi thấy cũng cuộc sống này cũng gian giỏi, không khỏe, không có lo như hồi trước nữa.
My Vision's support may not have big monetary values, but still proves helpful and meaningful to beneficiaries. This reflects the organization's spirit that anyone in the society can do something to help people in need. Angelo and his volunteers still keep visiting the beneficiaries to make sure their lives get better, and they are now always welcomed as family members.
Did you have to visit each and every family to see how the condition that they were living in?
Yes, actually, for every family I've helped in Vietnam, I do and visit. I have to see them, I have to meet them, to talk to them, I have to see where they live, what are their life conditions. I want to know who they are, I have to be in touch with them. We analyze case by case. Since I helped the little kid, Keung, I felt like there are some needs which are fundamental: health, housing, education. So housing is also in connection with health. Why? Because if you live in a hut, you are likely to get sick, or if it rains, you're likely to get your house flooded. So those two things are very much in connection: health and a decent house. And then, of course, education, because those children we help, they only through education have the possibility of building a better future for themselves and for the community, of course.
How effective are your support and funding have been to, according to you, looking back?
I think we helped around 80 families so far. Number of children may be around certainly more than 300 children we helped. Housing is certainly a way of changing people's life in every way, because that makes them feeling more happy, optimistic, and also the health conditions will definitely improve because they live in a more hygienic and better environment. About scholarship, with our scholarship, children can go to school, who can go to university. So if there was no My Vision, they could not get this opportunity.